Katsikos. I'm your SGA Vice President this year. I'm filling in for Sierra Prasad, that is your SGA Treasurer. So if you have any questions about your treasury needs, you're going to actually email her. So that would be a great email to write down if you feel it, or you can also just remember it. All right, before we get started, these lovely ladies over here are from our finance department in Park Hall, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
I'm Alice Welsh. I'm second floor Park Hall and the Director of Finance.
I'm Deb Garone. I'm also second floor Park Hall and accounts payable payroll. At the window, if you've ever been up there.
So you guys are all leaders of different clubs. You guys want to be the general sense of the club here?
Everyone wants to go around, and you don't have to say your name, you can say what club you're from.
Yeah.
Kind of good. You go with who's here. Let's first.
Farm. Oh. Okay. Okay. You want to start doing
Rocky Lions.
Archery.
John Boston Christian Fellowship.
Archery and hawk. Equestrian. Cartoon club. Outdoors club.
Outdoors Club.
Student Business Association.
Women and stuff.
And also
Crew club.
Outdoors.
Yes.
Club soccer.
Club Soccer.
Foundations Association. Or is it
American Medical Women's Association.
alternative music break. Cheerleading club.
Dancing.
Hungry Lions House. Hungry Lions House.
Latino Student Association. Italy Club Tennis.
Jewish Lifehouse.
College Conservatives.
Film club and archive.
SHAG.
Molly York.
Education Council.
Women's ice hockey.
With
I want to get everyone so up.
women's ice hockey. Women's ice hockey with fun.
Thanks for sharing. So, yeah, so this is a two-part presentation. We're going to make it quick, easy, smooth, and ask questions throughout if you have any. I think it's better to do it as we go versus at the end. I'm going to give a quick viewing of how student government and SGA Club Funding can help you have a successful year. And the second part is going to be a little bit more technical about how to, yes, which will be helpful to you. So again, I'm not Sierra, but I'm Sophia, and don't reach out to me about money's past. Cool. All right, so funding. So every club has an opportunity to submit a budget in the winter, spring to allow for you guys to have allocated funds for the following year. The budgets that you currently have, you can use for events, but you only submit those budgets for like main events that you know are going to happen throughout the year. So if you want discretionary funding throughout the year, all you have to do is submit a budget. All theme houses as of this past year also were allowed to submit a budget, and all clubs that did not submit a budget get $100 to start off the year. And new clubs as of now do not receive that $100, and a new club process will be announced shortly as the year goes on. And RAs also get $7 per person for floor activities, so you can always tell your RAs if you want an activity because they have money for you. Any questions? So mainly what I'm going to go through is how you can apply for this additional funding. The process is super easy and simple, but it can easily get messed up and make it a lot more work for Sierra, so I'm trying to help her out here. All right, so what we call the fund of money, the student activity fund, is $400,000 every year that is given out to you, the clubs. There's also venture fund that deals with like transportation and more like materials based. So that's not an activity, that's more of if you're going somewhere or you need speakers or anything like that, you apply to venture fund. And speaker fund is if you have a really awesome speaker that you want to come through campus. That's hosted through Ed Council, and they pick how they would like to divvy up that money among clubs that want speakers on campus. So the SAF, like we talked about, is a student activity fund. Basically, you're going to apply, we're going to go over it, you're going to apply this beautiful budget. It's going to go through the finance committee in student government, and treasurers should be applying for these in your clubs. So that's hopefully you guys are the treasurers or associated with helping the treasurer in your clubs. So only one person in each club should be applying. It shouldn't be multiple contacts trying to apply. and you apply for the funding request, not purchase request. Purchase request is for reimbursing. Funding request is what student government deals with. And the funding, the finance committee meets weekly, so if you submit your budget that from a week, pretty much from that day, you should get a response of acceptance, approval, or adjustments. And venture fund, anyone can apply. I guess I'll tell you, half the funds are allocated to late night, the rest is capital, travel, or other, and there's a separate committee that approves venture, but it's the same people, so you still contact SGA. Speaker fund, like I talked about, education council, guest speaker, educational event. The application is also on Engage in the finance section underneath your club's management tab. So when you're on your lovely Engage page, if you go to here, there'll be like a little, maybe there's another photo. Yes, there you go. If you click over here, there's a finance tab, and if you are the club's treasurer and you're registered on Engage, you should be able to access this. So you're not going to want to click funding request unless you need reimbursed for something. You're going to click purchase request when you're asking for money for the student activities fund. You're going to push that lovely button, and yes, bear with me here. This is not my expertise, but we're giving our best shot. All right, so basically, if you have any event you want to do, if you want to throw a pizza party, watch a movie, or have a concert on campus, anything goes. You're going to plan the event, and you're going to construct an itemized budget. You're going to submit it on Engage, you're going to submit it to the SAF, you're going to submit the purchase request to the student banker. So if you have anything you're getting itemized, you're going to contact the student banker, and checks are processed to the business office, and yes, there we go. So I'm going to talk about kind of how you create that PDF and that itemized budget, what's a good one look like and what's not a good one look like. So itemization is the most important. Just be specific. It doesn't need to be super detailed like I bought watermelon, cantaloupe, and grapes. It just needs to be I bought fruit, the amount, the number of people that it's for. Actually, there's another, yeah. So the item, the price, the quantity, and the total. So this is a good one. So it says how much, almost specifically. I would even say if you wanted to say like condiments or toppings, that's fine for the burgers. I don't think you really need to specify lettuce, tomatoes, but if you want to, happy to have that happen. But this is not okay to not explain the quantity or the price, because then we just don't know why you're getting the number you're getting. Yeah, so that's how you complete it. And they do grade each of the things that come through, because they don't approve all funding requests, but they really do if it's a good one. Like pretty much everything goes. So they do when they're in their finance committee, which I sat in on. They kind of look at our grading rubric and make sure that these requirements have happened. And if something hasn't happened, they often will reach out to you. That's probably happened to you, and they'll be like, "Hey, we have a question," and then sometimes they'll be approved the next week. We really want to encourage collaboration. So if Farmhouse wants to collaborate with WIS and use your garden plants to make something in the club, that's cool. More likely to receive greater amounts of funding, more likely to get approved. Sometimes we'll even like shoot an email back suggesting collaboration, because the more people on campus involved also means higher attendance at your events. And another great thing about Engage is the things that are in Engage stay in Engage. So the notes you have at your club meetings, to your purchase requests, to your funding requests, all stay in Engage for the people that take over next year. A lot of times it's hard to have a transition from the previous treasurer to the next treasurer. So be cautious of that as you're going along throughout the year. Don't just do things without telling people or recording what you're doing. It'll make your club more successful for the following year. And that's it. This is your email once again. And does anyone have any questions? Yeah.
Is there any chance these will, like the slides will be posted anywhere in case we couldn't take down what's asked of?
Yes. How about we'll put it on Engage? Perfect.
If we submitted a budget request last semester, when did we see the funding in our account?
When did you apply last semester? What month? Like what month?
When we were getting the emails from saying it.
Oh, like a budget?
Yeah, for the city.
So all budgets were approved last spring. I guess I'll ask this open question. Has everyone received what your budget was allocated? Okay, those have not been sent out yet. I will tell Sierra that. I think that might have been a miscommunication from transitioning, yes.
So how does it work if you buy something and then like want to be reimbursed for it?
Yeah, so if you buy something, keep the receipts. Don't fill out you're gonna fill out a purchase request form and it should be reimbursed.
Yeah, and we'll get into all that in terms of our world.
Yes.
Is it possible that, let's say, I submit a request for funding and we evaluate and see that it's a good idea, but I might need more money than I put on it? Can you increase the amount, like based on your discretion, or decrease it? Like, how does one know how that works?
We typically won't realize that you need more or less money unless you say so. So apply for the money that you want. I say apply for the maximum amount that you want, and they might give you a little bit less, or suggest you collaborate with a club that has a budget, depending on how big the event is. But really, just be transparent with what you want to do with your money, and most likely they'll be excited about it. About the budgets, actually, if you maybe go into your finance form under Engage, it might show how much money you already have in there, but there should have been an email sent out explaining what everyone's club budget was, so I apologize for that. Any other questions?
I just wanted to clarify
No,
something.
no, please do.
So if there was one that you said purchase request versus funding request, and purchase request is when you want to be reimbursed for something, and then funding is.
Yes, so if you don't have the money in your club budget that you want, have that money to reimburse yourself, basically. So let's say you have a jam and you're gonna buy streamers. Ooh, you're gonna submit, it's probably already in your yearly budget, but you're gonna submit that you want streamers and balloons for your jam. And then you're gonna probably go out and buy at the Dollar Tree or whatever, and you're gonna have those receipts. You're then gonna put those receipts as a purchase request, I
Yeah,
think.
that goes through the student banker, right?
It goes to the student maker, not us.
And then
So
they-
we're only there to give out the money. We don't handle how you get the money back, but that's pretty simple. You submit the receipts in the other funding, not the SAF, the purchase request, and it should be reimbursed, and you can pick up your money either through direct deposit or out of the.
Deposit into reference.
Yes,
We'll get that.
yes.
Okay, so we, last semester, and actually the other semester as well, we were starting a club, and I believe that last year, like, the program kind of changed on how to, like, start a club. So we
Yes.
went through, like, pretty much almost all the
Steps.
procedures and steps and
Yes.
whatever, right? So our club is actually only engaged, but, and I'm like the treasurer of the club, and I
Yes.
met with Shamar, but then you didn't have an account, that's what Shamar said. And we kept on like emailing the president, like, I think it was Mary last year.
Yes.
Never really got a response on that, so I don't really know how does that work. Our club seems like it's legit, we're engaged in everything,
Yes,
but no account.
no account. Do you want to shoot Sierra and CC me an email, and I will follow up for you? Great. My name's Sophia, and then Hatzi goes H-A-T, H-A-T. Any other questions? All right, thanks for listening. I think what they have to say will actually be really beneficial to you. So.
All right, so again, we're from finance, second floor park hall, for people to know. So, we're gonna focus on these areas today. What are our allocation is, how we go about collecting payments, how you pay for events, and get reimbursed from them, and we'll talk briefly about staying on top of your budget. So like I said, park hall, second floor, our hours 8:30 to 4:30, we have coverage during lunch hours, so there's 8 hours a day, we want to find us. People to know, the service window is Laura and Deb, this is Deb. They handle cash deposit, petty cash requests, direct deposit forms. You would come across direct deposit forms, you already have a job. So that's important to get paid. Down the hall is business services. Pam Parker, she's the person that will provide you with the declining balance credit card. And then at the end of the hall is me, and we'll get onto the credit card machine in a minute, but I handle all the credit card machines. So, collecting payments. So new for FY19, we have a credit card machine that we're going to get for club use. And that is this cute little. It's nice. Now the slightly older version of this we've been using in theater and in athletics. We love it. It is, if you oh yeah, we're aiming away from cash because nobody likes cash. Cash is difficult. Who wants to coin? Coins, money. So just pay cash. But anyway, this is a wireless SIM card, AT&T service, so much better than our previous version. Mobile, it does have a docking station, but that's good better. It prints receipts. You can also email or text receipts to people. It has online reporting, Clover.com. Once you get set up, you'll get set up and you can go on. You can see everyone else's activity too, but you can just bring it into Excel, filter it out for just your activity, as long as you log in with your ID. You'll be able to see it. Each club will have their own 4-digit PIN, and the machine will be available to borrow. And if it's a success, we might be able to get more machines. So it's a good option versus cash. Okay, so this is a little video. I stuck it in here just for fun, but I'm going to just double click on it. And it should come up with a little
Whoops. There's no little play button.
It's cute though. I think two of the cute ones. First time doing this presentation. Whatever. We'll get a general idea. Now you can see in this environment it's in retail, but it'll work whatever you guys need to do. That's kind of what it looks like when it's opened up. Just looks like an iPad. It's really easy to use. As you can see in the video, you can swipe, you can insert. It also prints receipts, but most people don't really want to keep running on this anyway. So you want to full screen it again and move on to the next one. So we do, of course, still accept cash. We do want to discourage cash, but if you do end up collecting cash, we want you to be safe about how to use it. Let's page down. Don't keep club money or any money that's not yours in your dorm. You don't want responsibility. If it goes lost, someone steals it, you don't want that. Have two people count the money together. Check your accounts. All checks must be made out of each college. Each club has an agency fund. But all the money goes into our bank account, and then it gets distributed out into the individual funds. If the check has to be made out of each college, they can put on a memo, whatever your club's name is, but it has to be made weekly. You need to complete a deposit slip, which looks like that, and they'll do a bunch of those over in sale in the office. If you don't know the fund number, which is an 8 number, just write in the name of your club, and we'll work it out. We'll access the system. Yeah. These are sealed bags. That is an example, and then we'll put your whole pile on sales too, put them in there. If you have enough coins to fill coin rolls, which I hope you won't, because there's nothing worse than coin rolls. I hate coin rolls. But if you do, please fill the coin rolls. You can also get them from sale. We're going to leave a batch of them up there. Please don't. They're so dirty. But anyway, and then when it brings to the lockbox safe, I have a picture of that in a second. Does everyone know where the lockbox safe is in the mailroom? I'm so glad I know where to do it. It's great. So that's where you want to put it. You fill out your deposit slip, put it in your bag, seal the bag, have 2 people check it, fill it out in the front a little bit, and just kind of club it in your total amount, and then you bring it over and you drop it in the safe. I'll picture that in a second. If you have any questions or you're not sure, right? Like you don't feel comfortable just putting it in the safe box, you can bring it up to the 2nd floor customer service window and we'll help you. It's not a problem. But for your own convenience, because often your events run late at night, fill the bag, stick it in the safe, you're going to take it back to your dorm with that, right? We will recount cash. We rarely have differences, but if we do have a difference, it's 2 people recounting in our office. Our account will be the final count. And then usually the deposit slips have like a yellow and a pink copy in the back of them, depending which one you do. Those receipts will be sent back to the student banker, and then we'll do the student banker for 1 copy of the receipt. So, and the next, this is where it is. So, you know where the mailroom is? It's this little box here. Just keep in mind, it's not a very big opening, so if you have a mountain of change, be gentle and make sure it goes in. You hear it clunk on the bottom, because this is safe, before you walk away. Because if you jam it and the next person comes along, well, then they can. And we empty that every morning.
Every morning.
And so you want to get a fly. All right, other items. Please don't use Venmo. I know you probably all do for your personal use, but don't put club money in your Venmo account. If you do, and if it's a significant amount of money, that could be considered taxable income to you. And you're putting club money in your personal bank account, even though it's like a bank, whatever. We can also have a crowdfunding platform, which personally I don't think gets used enough. At 4 o'clock, actually, Penny Grundy, she works in Bantam, which is in this building. She will give you a presentation on how to use that and how to apply for it. So if you've got a really cool idea for something for your club, that's a really interesting way to raise money. And get your family and friends and everyone else involved. As with Venmo, don't do crowdfunding externally and look it up to your own bank account. Someone did that years ago and they had to give money via gift to Wheaton and then so they could get a gift receipt so it wouldn't end up in their tax return. It was a significant piece of money and who wants more money tax money? Yeah, and that's what the club money and club money is just too much liability. So then, paying for club events and supplies. For small and infrequent purchases, you can pay for an item yourself, like we talked about earlier, and then get reimbursed via direct deposit. That's where you basically would do that request online. And as long as you're direct deposit, I'm sure a lot of you have jobs, but if you've not come up with a direct deposit form, it'll pay it out on Wednesday. No, that's actually the next page. The other way is petty cash request, and we'll get into that in a second. But for large or more frequent purchases, you have like a lot of things you're buying. The declining balance credit card is the way to go. And we have a bunch of applications if you want the paper version here today. This is a declining balance credit card. The application's on our website, but we have a paper. You fill the form in. I believe the press gets approved by Nicole, because you're the department head. Keep your receipts, take a picture of them. There is a bit of a lag on this app, because I use it myself with a Wells Fargo card. But if you take a picture of your receipts, you don't have to worry about keeping them. You're not losing them, just take a picture, and then they're in your picture library. And then when you go in to reconcile, you just pick them up, stick them in, you're good. There will be further training on these 2 cards in the next few weeks, and Rachel will send the information out on that. Oh, and they're getting reimbursed. So again, this is direct deposit form. That's the link to it there. You submit the receipts to student bank, probably through that system where it's up there.
And engage.
Engage.
Yes, so you're going to fill out, or submit it, I guess, I don't know exactly, to the student banker. And if you have direct deposits set up, we run the direct deposits every Wednesday. So as long as you submit it to the student banker and they get the paperwork up to us, we don't have a backlog of stuff, you'll get it like the following week, as long as they get it to us in time. But I know that there's specific banker hours and stuff like that, so you just have to coordinate and make sure you make it to the banker in enough time or whatever. But so, you shouldn't be without your money for, months or anything like that. You can get it within a week. So it's sometimes a lot easier to do it that way, and it'll get deposited right back into your checking account. And if you don't have a job, you can still set up direct deposit. It's very easy. And get reimbursed that way.
She's very friendly. So petty cash, that's a paper form that by the student banker. Submit the form in our window and get your payment. Both of these items here require coordination with both finance and the student banker. Schedule, I know that's been a problem in the past because the student banker can have like unlimited hours. So looking for petty cash at 5 o'clock on Friday is going to be too late for the weekend. You've got to plan ahead. And when you're purchasing club items, you can avoid sales tax, right? They're on the website. There are a bunch of states, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, wherever you're buying stuff from. Keep in mind, these are only for sales tax, not meals tax, which might impact some of you, because a lot of times you're buying food for that. You can't avoid this, but you can avoid the sales tax. Okay, so staying on top of your budget. Keep your receipts. Engage is not updated by our centralized accounting system. It's only as good as the information you put in there, right? This year we're going to give the student banker and SGA treasurer access to the annual reports, so they'll be able to better reconcile between the two. But it is primarily you guys' responsibility to make sure that this stays up to engaged. And then just also that if you have a declining balance credit card, like most credit cards, it's on a monthly cycle. So when the month ends, there's like a 2 to 3 week period of reconciling and approval before all the activity will then hit your budget. So, actually in our system, and then it's coming through into engaged. So I think that's it, right?
That's nice.
So does anyone have any other questions or can help with anything?
Can we also put this presentation on the page as well?
Sure. Yeah, I can send.
I can put both of them on the page
Yeah.
for you guys.
I'll send you the updated version.
Before you go, do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, before you go, I'm going to make an announcement for student government. Okay, here we go. All right, on Thursday and Friday at noon and Friday at 5 p.m., both in Chase Small, there's information sessions if you're interested in running for, there's class council positions open, and there's full body at large positions, and there's also Senate positions open. It's a really great place to hang out. I like hanging out there, obviously. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, our Senate meetings this year are from 6:45 to 8:45. If any of your clubs have any concerns, you can come at the beginning or the end of any of those meetings, and there's open discussion and forums. So if you have any questions, people are there to answer questions for you. And please, we're a resource. We're here for you. We can get your questions answered even if we can't answer them ourselves. So that's what I say.
Anyone wants to see this?
Looks pretty cool.